This chapter sucks. There you go. 3 words that's going to piss off a lot of people. That was easy. But despite that fact, seriously, like, I am not happy with this chapter. I am not happy with the direction that the Sakurajima colony, I believe it's called. I'm not going to be happy at how these next few chapters are going to go. I'm really not. Because if we're going to go down such a stupid idea, such a dumb, closed case, leave it alone bullshit, then I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know what we're doing here. Like, it was a gag. It was a meme that Noya was back, right? It was a meme for that. And, because people made fun of that. I saw it on Reddit. I saw it through Discord. I saw it through a lot of people saying, oh, he's going to come back as a cursed spirit. He's going to come back. And I'm like, this ain't Dragon Ball Z. Not everybody comes back. Well, apparently I was fucking wrong, and this is goddamn Dragon Ball Z. Death has no meaning. Cursed spirits and curse this, curse that, curse the other thing might as well be the goddamn Dragon Balls. Because, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Because especially I don't like this because after I read the chapter and went, I don't like this, then I read a bunch of people on Reddit and Discord who are making some of the dumbest and stupidest arguments, and they're arguing about whether Maki's a bad character now because Gege decided to bring Noya back. And I'm like, wait, what? How did you come to that conclusion? So, yeah, that's my intro this week. Hi, it's me, Griever. This is Jujustu Kaisen, chapter 191. Anyways, fact of the matter is that, okay, the beginning part, did the chapter really suck? Well, I don't like the chapter. Did it actually suck? No, not really, but the direction, what this means for the following couple chapters is that I'm not going to give much of a shit because I don't like the direction. That's just me. That's how I read. But if you guys like it, fine, Danny. If you find it comical, if you find it a gimmick, if you find it whatever, that's fine. Let me know in the comment section down below. But let's open it up with the fact that the opening part of the chapter was not necessarily bad, but it involved 2 things that Jujutsu Kaisen isn't really well known for. And I would find this interesting if this was a manga that went off on this stuff, right? And what am I talking about? Well, the politics. The first half of the chapter involves a character that everybody makes fun of, Noritoshi there, right? Noritoshi Kamo or whatever, or the Kamo clan. He goes back, he runs into Kenjaku and blah, 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 and Kenjaku basically regurgitates a bunch of political bullshit like, you thought I was going to do this, and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, Jujutsu Kaisen is not an episode of Law and Order or Suits where I have to sort of figure out, that's kind of clever, and know the drama and the law and all this stuff. It's like, we're playing the political chess master game. This ain't Breaking Bad. It's not Better Call Saul. It's not Dr. Stone where we have a whole chapter of explanation how science works. It's a fighting battle shonen manga. So, honestly, the political stuff, I don't mind a political drama. I don't mind getting involved and being like, oh, that's so clever. Oh, that's so cool. But randomly, after having just fight after fight after fight after fight and all this science stuff regarding the fights, then jumping into, well, you see, my master plan is the political drama, and you thought you had me by coming back to the household. But nay, good sir, rule number 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen headquarters, Gojo is sealed, but I killed the people that made Okotsu the executioner because ABC... I don't give a fuck. I just don't care. Like, yes, Kenjaku is taking over. That's all we need to know. Like I'm not saying this is a total meathead manga, but jumping into the politics and like trying to get us like invested in that stuff, I literally had to reread it 3 times. They even make a reference note. This is the sad part. They make a reference note to chapter 137 so we can understand what the fuck Kenjaku is goddamn talking about. And I, who read this weekly, had to go back and see, I remember the whole Gojo thing, but what are the other 5 rules? I had to actually go back, read another chapter to understand what the fuck what he was talking about. That does not make a great chapter in my mind. If I can't just read it and be like, okay, I understand it on a first glance, then what? Where are we going with this? You know what I mean? Now you could argue that maybe I should reread Jujutsu Kaisen a couple times. Maybe I should really invest more time into it and become a Wikipedia up here about it. But no, I'm not going to do that. Like, seriously, this is just once again, it follows a character that's been laughed about, made fun of, blah, blah, blah. Nobody's the biggest fan of. I don't mind the character in Narutoshi myself, but randomly we're following him now, and he had some grandmaster plan on how to get around the conservative faction. I guess now they're doing votes for the Democrats, the liberals, and the conservatives, and the Republicans or some shit. I don't know. And something about Jujutsu Kaisen headquarters, and Kenjaku killed them all, then took over the Kamo headquarters, blah, blah, blah. So, it is what it is. I mean, I got the gist of it, that basically Kamo came back to the household because he had some type of plan against whatever Kenjaku was pulling. And suffice it to say, the Kenjaku basically already had those loopholes tied up in a nice, neat little bow, and Kamo can't do shit about it, and he basically said, get the fuck out of my house. That's basically what we take away from this. But in between all that, there was all this political jargon that realistically is like, why do I need to know any of this? Why do I need to read any of this? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I felt this was going way too deep into like the law and the political. Like I was watching once again an episode of Suits, which if I was watching a show, if Jujutsu Kaisen was a thing about lawyers, then I might get invested. You know, like I found this more complicated than the episode with the goddamn prosecutor, who's awesome by the way. Great guy. Can't wait to see him again. But yeah, I was just like, the fact that I had to go back to the chapter they referenced to understand, okay, what the fuck is he talking about again? What the conservative faction did this, that, and the other thing? He took them out because A, B, C, D. Like, I think he's just getting too, it's getting too political, it's getting too crazy. So that's the first half of the chapter, right? And as I said, standalone as just stepping back, Kamo had a plan, it fucked up, now he's part of the Culling Game, Kenjaku's still on top. That's what you gotta take away from that. But all the in-between stuff was just confusing and dumb, in my opinion. Then, it's supposed to show Kenjaku as some Machiavellian schemer or some shit, but really it's just coming off of, I'm just going to confuse the fuck out of my readers with some political jargon and not really explain my master plan, but explain my master plan, but not explain my master plan. That's what it came off to me. Maybe I'm just blowing hot air. I don't know. Then we get the second half of the chapter, and that's where I got a bit of a problem, okay? Because I wanted to see Maki into the Culling Game. We all knew Maki was going to be in the Culling Game. A lot of people want to see Maki meet up with Yuta, and Yuta talk with Maki, like, what happened to you, blah, blah, blah. We want to see an interaction with someone who gives a fuck about what just happened to Maki, right? We want that. Okay, fine dandy. What we got instead, as we know, is this worm-cursed spirit appears, right? And Maki and Naruto, they both sense it. And they're like, oh, damn, that thing's something else. That thing is something else. And this thing comes down, is actually so fucking fast that Maki can't seemingly keep up for a couple of exchanges here. Blows past Narutoshi can't notice it, and it's beating out Maki and stuff like that. Not really doing any significant damage from what we can tell. She tries to slam down on it, and it just boom, and it goes away again and stuff like that. And then boom, in comes the big kicker. It's Noya. Yeah. So, that's just dumb. That's really stupid. And I'll tell you why it's stupid. It's not stupid. People are calling it a plot hole. Technically not a plot hole. Because, as was stated, she killed everybody with the cursed weapons of the Zenin clan. She did not kill Noya. She punched him in the face so hard that he was dying of blood loss and let him suffer and walked away like a badass bitch. That's what she did. And then she went and killed her mother. But then the mother came back. This is something people are forgetting. The mother then came because he was crawling. That bitch couldn't even finish me off. Ha 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 ha. Then the mother came and stabbed Noya in the back with a simple kitchen knife. That was a neat little bow tied up beautifully. The end of the Zenin clan, all done at once. And the sort of the forgiveness and the message of the mother and stuff. Now all this is tainted. See, because we don't like the father. We hated the father's an asshole. We hated the mother and we hated everybody. But the mother showed some slight redemption at the end, even after, like, the whole situation with don't come here, stay back, go back, go back, go back, because she still had a shred. Even though she had to show the face of all these assholes, she still didn't want her daughters to die. She loved her daughters in a very weird way, but there was still this little seed. Everything else overtook it, but deep, deep down, there was still this regret and love for her daughters that existed in a mother's heart. It always does. Boom, bam, awesome. Great character site for Maki, because then she still has to kill her mother for all the atrocities. She's wiping out the Zenin clan all the way, but then leaves. And then the mother has a great moment to showcase this by, in the end, even though Maki killed her, I'm glad I gave birth to you too. Slam! Ends Noya's life, the evil that is the Zenin clan. It was a fantastic moment back in the Maki massacre, the Zenin massacre. It was a good moment. Now it's all been fucked up with this Dragon Ball's fucking, let's bring everybody back because we can't let people fucking just stay dead. You know, and I don't like that. I don't care that it makes sense that he came back as cursed spirit. Oh, well, Maki was stupid and she didn't fucking finish him off. That makes her a terrible character. Told you wouldn't have done that. Told you wouldn't have done that. Shut the fuck up. Okay? Told you also had to fucking... Listen, I like Hidden Inventory. Probably the best arc. And there's a lot of great shit about Toji. But stop it. Stop it. She is Toji 2.0. If you don't like it, meh, cry me a fucking river, okay? At the end of the day, Toji is a great character. Maki is also a great character in her own right. Is she Toji 2.0? Yes, the similarities are there. She even got the haircut, the whole bit. Fine dandy. But her choosing for Noya to live and let her mother deal with it, I'm not saying she necessarily knew, but that was all. The Maki Massacre was its own little thing that a lot of fans didn't like, by the way. But the Maki Massacre all happened in this neat little bubble. Then we moved on to the Culling game, and that was perfect. Zenin clan ended. Everything ended. Maki can now move forward. That was perfect character arc over. Chapter closed. Now we opened it back up for what fucking good reason? We opened it back up for what fucking good reason? Noya comes back just to get washed again? What's the point in that? Oh, well, Maki didn't finish him off with the cursed weapon, so she's a terrible character because, you know, she did all this, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, she just punched him. Maybe she should have taken him out and made sure he was dead and stuff. What the fuck does she care? She just massacred an entire... She's OP as fuck. With Gojo sealed, she's in the top 5. She's strong as shit. And remember, this is before we knew about Hakari and Kashimo and stuff. She was arguably in the top fighters, bar none. She massacred one of the 3 great clans who are no slouches with ease. Ease. She beat them all. What the fuck does she care if he survives or not? She beat his ass and then walked away and said, well, massacred all the rest of them and realized that everybody was going to die anyway, so she didn't give a fuck. That is not... It worked. It was fine. I just don't like that they're opening this back up when it was closed. It was sealed. It was perfect. It's like writing Lord of the Rings 4. No, we don't need it. Trilogy, done. We didn't need a Matrix 4. You know? Close the book. It's done. It's over. Like, it was all... Everything was done. So I don't get the idea of bringing Noya back just for the sake of it. Like, and now some people are theorizing that was only one hole in this worm and the other Zenin clan members are going to come back. Well, then that blows the theory out of the water, because everybody who's been complaining, if that's the case, and this worm is more than just Noya, and there's others, like the other Zenin members or something that are in there, then that completely defeats everyone's argument that Maki's a bad character, because she didn't finish off Noya properly, but she finished off all the others with the cursed weapon, so they couldn't become cursed spirits. Well, if they are, then their entire argument falls apart completely. So, like as I said, I'm waiting for a couple more chapters to see where this is going to go. But this was a bad decision, in my opinion. This was a bad fucking decision. Because all you did was make unnecessary tension, so we're going to follow Maki to extend the Culling game for longer. I don't care if we have Maki kicking ass and shit. But why bring back... Why not just... We've been introducing new sorcerers this entire fucking Culling game. All new sorcerers. All new enemies. Reggie and his crew. The Yonko of the Sundai colony for Yuta. fucking, and then Higurama for Yuji. And Angel was there with Megumi and, or Megumi. And of course, Kashimo for Hakari and stuff like that. And Charles and stuff. We've been introducing new characters, new sorcerers this entire time. What the fuck is the point in bringing back an old character? There was no reason to do this. And maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit, but once again, I can only base on up to chapter 191, right? Maybe this will be the greatest thing since sliced bread by chapter 200. Maybe it was the best plot decision of all time. I don't see it, but I'm just saying. I can only base it off of up to the end of chapter 191, and right now I think it was a horrible decision. Now I'm going to see a fight that I don't care about, watching Maki kick the shit out of this worm thing, Noya 2.0, and she's going to win, right? Like, I don't think anybody thinks Maki's going to die to this thing. So this is creating unnecessary tension, bringing him back just to get slaughtered again in the culling game, and in my mind, wasting my time. The culling game has been fun so far. Some chapters are hit, some are missed. But following Maki would be cool, but not to watch her do the exact same thing she did 40 chapters ago. 30 chapters ago. Like, why? Why am I reading this? So I'm going to be disappointed with the next few chapters of this battle, I think. I'm sure the choreography will be fine and stuff. There might be some badass moves, badass lines, whatever. But it's all unnecessary, in my mind. It's just all completely unnecessary. As far as I'm concerned, that's like Raditz coming back while Piccolo and everybody were training to beat up Vegeta and Nappa, and then Piccolo just fucking kicks his ass that time because he's grown a lot stronger, and Piccolo, like, Raditz comes back halfway through training Gohan, Piccolo kills him, and for 2 episodes, and that's the end. Well, that's a waste of 2 fucking episodes. We don't need that. This feels like filler. That's what I'm trying to say. This feels like filler. This feels like the Bound arc of Bleach all of a sudden. It's like why? Why do we have characters coming back? Like, just move on with the story. I didn't need this part. So now I could be wrong, and this might not last as long as I hope it doesn't. But if any of the other colonies and their long, about 10 chapter per colony, thing is anything to go indication by, 10 chapters of Maki fighting Worm Noya is just going to be annoying to me. Considering it was a meme this whole time, I don't know. It feels so not serious. So all the tension, the supposed created, the pseudo tension created by, oh, Noya's back to fight Maki, feels so fucking contrived and fake that I've lost all tension for the manga for now, because I don't really care, and I know Maki's not going to lose. So, and if Maki does lose, that's really fucking stupid. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? I really hate the direction. This was a bad choice in my opinion. Maki's not a bad character. And the fact that all this did was make a bunch of people argue that Maki should have taken his ass out and she fucked up, just pisses me off. Because that arc was wrapped up, that little mini arc, the Maki Massacre, was wrapped up neat in a nice little bow and was overdone, was fine. Now the author has decided, the mangaka Gege has decided to open up Pandora's box for some stupid reason that I can't foresee. So, yeah, that's my rant. I didn't like the fucking chapter. What do you guys think? I'm sure you got a lot of thoughts about this, and I'm sure a lot of you are going, well, it wasn't that bad, or something like that. But really, I'm not looking forward to the next few chapters, because this is what we're going to get, and I just don't care. I've lost all tension. That's bad. My opinion, but what do you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Drink responsibly as always. We'll see you back next time. Bye-bye.